Good afternoon and welcome to the next installment for How to Use Core University Edition. Today we're going to talk about functional analysis, and the things I'm going to go over with you today are the first thing is how to create functions. There are 4 different ways to do that. I'm going to show you how to number those functions. I did that for requirements analysis, but doing it again for this will help kind of get you in the mindset for how to do that better. I'm going to show you how to link requirements to the functions. I'm going to show you how to establish relationships between functions. I'm going to show you how to use the different kinds of diagrams that you can see on Core. I'm going to show you how to organize the functional flow block diagram using the different kinds of ands, or functions, repeats, loops, loop exits, iterations, and exits, and things like that. I'm going to show you how to create inputs and outputs for each one of the functions you have. And I'm going to show you how to link those inputs and outputs between the different functions. I'm going to show you how to generate the functional analysis report, and I'm also going to show you how to insert diagrams into your functional analysis report. That's something that I forgot to do in your requirements analysis report. And I'm going to show you around, I guess in the beginning, I'm going to show you around a little bit on the toolbar section. So first of all, let's go ahead and go to function. That's over here on the project pane. That'll open up the elements pane. And as I showed you before, there's several different ways to create elements. First one right here is I'm going to hit the insert key. Remember that, insert key is the first function. Another way is right clicking like this and doing new element. Third way is up here, create a new element, this link. Just click that, there's a new element. And the fourth way is clicking on data, new, and then going over here and clicking element. So those are all the different ways to create functions. So I've shown you how to do the shortcuts, the right clicks, the data, new element way, and the insert key. Now let's go ahead and number these. Let's say that these 3, actually in order for me to number them, I'm going to have to create a relationship, just like I did with requirements, except it's called something different when you create a relationship between functions. Let's say this is I'm going to go ahead and rename these. I'm going to delete these 2 right here using this shortcut right here. Or you could hit the delete key on your computer. So here we have the parent function, and I'm going to number this, like, actually I have caps lock on, like that. That's the number I'm going to assign to it. And then these 4 right here are daughters to that parent function. So this is actually, the parent function is decomposed by these 4 daughter functions. So I'm going to add those on there. Create the relationship, and then it can come up here to this, renumber the element, and it's just the same thing we did before. Okay, so I showed you how to do that and create the relationship between the parent function right there. So let's go ahead and go over how to use the different diagrams. If you go up here to the top, we see the standard entity relationship diagram option right there. We see the hierarchy diagram option right there. Over here, these are high level. They break out into a separate window, and they're high level. So it's whatever's selected up here is what it's going to show you. So you just click on that, and that shows you the functional flow block diagram. If I just get rid of this piece right here, you can kind of see it a little bit better and enlarge it. So we see that there's a sequence of events. In order to accomplish this parent function, these 4 sub-functions have to occur in this order right here, is basically what that's showing you. Here's one for an enhanced functional flow block diagram. If I click on it, it's not going to be that much different than the functional flow block diagram, so I'll wait to click on that until I have inputs and outputs. Same with n-squared diagram. You've seen those before. IDEF zeros right there, IDEF 0A zeros right there, activity diagrams. The only ones I used for my final project were the enhanced functional flow block diagram, unless there was too much information, in which case I went directly to the basic functional flow block diagram, and the n-squared diagram. Those are the only 2 I used, as well as the hierarchy diagram. And you could see those down here along the bottom too, and that'll stay in the same window. So if I click on entity relationship, that shows you what kind of relationships this entity, function 1, the parent function, has with all the other functions. So just to show you a little bit more about that, let's go ahead and link the parent function with a requirement. And that goes down to specified by So if you click on specified by, we're going to say it's mission need requirement 1 is what that's linked to. Okay. And then we're going to go to this daughter function. We're going to say that's specified by capability requirement 1. Okay. Daughter function 2 is specified by capability requirement 2. And then daughter function 3 is specified by, let's do a constraint requirement right here. And daughter function 4 is specified by, let's just say a functional requirement. First functional requirement right here. So if we go back to the parent function and go back to the entity relationship diagram, this shows you exactly what it's specified by. And if you click on each one of these, that shows you the same thing. Decompose by, it decomposes the parent function and it's specified by that requirement. So you can see how core automatically creates those relationships, which is a great thing. Hierarchy diagram, you've seen this before. Let's get rid of the elements pane so you can kind of see that bigger. Okay. Go back here. And these are by themselves because there's no lower. It shows from this level and below is what the hierarchy diagram shows. Functional flow block diagram, you saw that before. Get rid of the grid there. And enhanced, I'll show you that stuff in a minute when I do the different inputs and outputs. So those are the diagrams. Now I'm going to show you how to organize the different ways. This is a very important part. This part right here is, I'm going to show you how to organize the different ways that you can display this information on here, okay? So right now what we're showing is, in order to accomplish the parent function, these 4 sub-functions have to be accomplished in this exact order. Daughter function 1 happens, and then daughter function 2 happens, and then this function happens, and then that one happens, and then you move on. So let's say daughter function 2, 3, and 4 happen at the exact same time. 1 happens, and then 2, 3, and 4 happen. So what you have to do is click on this one, and inserting an AND. Like that. That's one way to do it, and I'll show you the other ways. It's going to have 3 branches right here, so we're going to just put 3. That's one way to do it, and I'll go ahead and delete that. Click on the AND, and it'll select the whole entire thing, and then hit delete key. Another way to do it, click on it, and then click this little AND symbol over here on the left side. Once again, that's 3. So now, to get these 3 onto this AND, since this is already highlighted, you gotta listen to me because I can't show you what I'm doing, but I'm hitting Control X, which is cut. So hit Control X, and that cuts that function. Function 1.2 is in my clipboard on Windows. Click on the bar at the top, or the middle or the bottom, however you want to do it, and then hit Control V, Victor, for paste. And then you'll do that for the other 2 as well. Control X, go to the middle, Control V, third one, Control X, Control V, if I could hit on it. So there you have it. This shows an AND gate right here. Daughter function 1 happens, and then 2, 3, and 4 happen at the same time, and then you move on. Let's say it's an OR. Let's say it's OR. Daughter 1 happens, and then either 1.2, or 1.3, or 1.4 happens. Not at the same time. It's one or the other of those 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and make things back the way they were before. And then go ahead and delete the AND out of there. So how we do an OR is exactly the same way we did an AND, except you're going to do this little plus sign inside here is an OR.